Namaskar. Welcome to this blog edition of Urban Tales. I am your host Jagdish Singh Sajwan. Today focus of this blog edition is the Roundabout in Chandigarh. If you ask me, few days back, the subject of a roundabout in Chandigarh was of not much interest to me, as I have covered 51st Rose Festival in my earlier blogs, including the prize distribution event on the concluding day. It was an almost hour-long event, and there were so many winners for various events competition held during the course of 3 days Rose Festival. One of them was the prize for maintaining the best roundabout in City Beautiful Chandigarh, and the winner was the roundabout of sectors 16, 17, 22 and 23, which was declared as the best roundabout being maintained so far as the landscaping and the beautification is concerned. This roundabout is being maintained by CITCO, and it is also called CITCO Roundabout. From this point onward, I started to pay attention to this roundabout, as it comes on the way to my place of residence, that is Dhanas, and I expect many of you who have crossed this rotary or junction will be convinced as why this roundabout got the first prize in the Rose Festival. One day I dared to jump onto this rotary roundabout when traffic was not very much around, and the story begins after this. I met there the gardeners who were CITCO employees and were the man behind creating an instant attention catching roundabout
कि राउंडाbout में खड़ा
with very beautiful landscape.
इस साल के रोज फेस्टिवल में
no denying some visionary guidelines or supervision was there behind the scenes at higher concerned levels, and all credit also goes to them.
राम राज यादव जी, अच्छा आप सिटको में काम करते हैं, तो इसको राउंड अबाउट को इस स्थिति तक पहुंचाने के लिए कितना टाइम समय लगा?
3 महीने नवंबर से लगे।
आप नवंबर से लगे थे?
अक्टूबर से लगे, और
रोज फेस्टिवल के समय तक आपने इसको
अक्टूबर से शुरू किए थे काम।
अच्छा
तैयार करने।
अच्छा, जो फर्स्ट प्राइज था वो आपको मिला था और सेकंड प्राइज इसको मिला था, कुछ आइडिया है जी? अच्छा, और आपका नाम? आप दोनों लोगों की फुल टाइम ड्यूटी यहीं पर ही है जी?
जी सर, ड्यूटी यहीं पर है हमारी।
अच्छा।
Chandigarh is known all over the world as an outstanding example of the architecture, planning and landscaping. Large number of open spaces, green belts, city parks and the neighborhood parks are hallmark of this city design. Today, after nearly 60 years of its inception, the city stands out for its high quality of life and clean, relatively pollution-free environment, unlike other growing urban areas in the country. And it's not confined to the city center, but if you just go through the peripheral area of the city around, you will find all sort of landscape full of greenery. Increasing traffic and the sheer volume of the transportation in India's first planned city today seems to blur the planner vision. Now take a look at the vehicle density population wise. Chandigarh has the highest vehicle density in India, which is around 702 registered vehicles per 1,000 population, and Bihar has the lowest, which is 31 vehicles per 1,000 population. And just for a fair comparison, Delhi had just 387 vehicles per 1,000 as per the Road Transport Yearbook 2011 and 2012, which is an annual report published by the Ministry of Road Transportation and the Highways, Government of India. Chandigarh, a very well-planned city, has its road laid out in a grid iron pattern, having more than 150 intersections incorporated in it. More than half of these intersections are of roundabout type and are particularly situated in those areas where the traffic volume is comparatively very high. City residents have a strong affinity with the city's beautifully landscaped roundabouts and have opposed removal of the same on occasions when replacing roundabouts with the ATC lights was considered to ease out traffic congestion at the intersection. Roundabouts are not considered viable for traffic volume beyond 3600 PCU on peak hour if the diameter is up to 90 meter with 4 arms rotary as per India Road Congestion Guidelines. For your information, PCU is a unit to measure the traffic flow within a peak hours. In order to continue to retain the roundabouts, the resident shall have to reduce use of personalized modes and adopt mass rapid public transportation means like metro, BRTS as well as non-motorized transport NMT system, which is being introduced in a big way in the city. The Chandigarh administration, which has been demolishing roundabouts in the very recent past prior to 2018 and decided to stop the practice only in 2018. All roundabouts in Chandigarh had been built at a time when the city did not have cycle tracks and there was not much awareness about providing facilities for person with physical disability, which is in short is termed as PWDS. Over the past 20 years, the administration had been in an overdrive to remove roundabouts. When the government pressed chalk, sector 8, 9, 17, 18 intersection was among the first roundabouts to be demolished. The one on the sector 43-44 intersection was the last to be removed. In 2018, the administration had taken a U-turn on its move following a representation submitted by 2 school children and a study that revealed traffic signals were more prone to accidents than roundabouts. As per the news report published in Hindustan Times in November 2019, there were less accidental deaths around roundabouts than traffic lights. Reason was simple. Commuters tend to speed through traffic signals even if they turn yellow, but roundabouts force them to slow. When it came to fatal road accident, the city recorded more deaths at traffic lights than at roundabouts in 2018. The Union Ministry of Road Transport and Highways report revealed that a total of 29 accidents took place at roundabouts, out of which 6 were fatal. In comparison, the traffic lights saw 73 accidents where 15 people died. According to Punjab Traffic Advisor Navdeep Asija, At traffic lights, there is a tendency to speed up and cross the light even when it is yellow, which can be dangerous. Roundabouts act as traffic calming devices, and vehicles approaching a roundabout have to naturally slow down, even when there are no lights on it. And there is a very interesting story behind this UT administration decision not to remove any roundabout in the city in the future. Siddhant Sapra and Abhay Mohan, who were class 10th student in Strawberry Field High School, Chandigarh, made a representation to the UT administrator and Punjab Governor VP Singh Bhadnore, in which they had opposed the UT administration decision to demolish the sector 32-33 roundabout, while giving a detailed reasoning and justification as to why rotaries are needed in Chandigarh. In response to the representation, the UT advisor marked the letter to the UT chief architect to give his expert advice on the point put forward, and taking an assessment, the UT chief architect wrote to Municipal Corporation, Chief Engineer Municipal Corporation Chandigarh about the report of the UT traffic police on accidental data in the city during the years 2014 and 2016. The report revealed that of total 15 identified critical junctions in the UT, 13 are light wires and only 2 are roundabouts. Therefore, in the view of the facts and the safety of city residents, it is requested not to remove the roundabout sector 32, 33 or any other rotary or roundabout in the future. These were the experts noting in Chief Architect's letter, which was sent to Chief Engineer Municipal Corporation Chandigarh. In their representation, the student had stated some of the rotaries Lee Corbusier had planned for the city have already been demolished. It was appalling to read in the Tribune recently that the sector 32 33 roundabout is also intended to be sacrificed, and demolition work has started. Commuters complain that crossing the intersection then takes over 100 seconds instead of 15 to 20 seconds earlier. To verify, we compared historical images available on Google Earth and found that in each instance there is a queue of cars waiting at sector 33-34 light point, whereas traffic is regulating itself smoothly at sector 32-33 rotary. They had pointed out that at light points traffic blockages or accident took place within a few minutes of power failure, which was not the case at roundabouts. Referring to Chandigarh heritage, the student recalled, an island found by rotary is literally an oasis of greenery amidst unsightly views of tarmac and concrete all around. In Chandigarh, roundabouts have been well maintained and are one of the reason it is called City Beautiful and are part of its heritage. There is a worldwide movement for conversion of traffic lights into rotary, but often there is not enough space for them. Even in a country like USA, which traditionally has not had them, more and more rotaries or roundabouts are being created. Closer home traffic intersections in central Delhi are being converted into rotaries or roundabouts. It is a pity, therefore, that though Chandigarh designer Lee Corbusier was far-sighted and created enough space for rotaries at intersection, we are senselessly demolishing them with the ill-researched, unscientific and mistaken belief that we are resolving some problem. In reality, it would increase both the time taken to cross the intersection as well as the chance of accidents and loss of life, of course. Hope you enjoyed this remarkable story of two 10th class students from Strawberry Field High School who convinced the administration not to make roundabout in the City Beautiful extinct. No doubt role of UT administration is equally appreciable as they saw the reason and justification from class 10th student. As per Chandigarh Traffic Police tweeted handle, roundabouts are your well-wishers. They slow you down and prevent crashes and congestion, provided you know how to negotiate them. Golden rule is to give preference to vehicles on your right. Wait for your turn to get preference when you deserve it. No one can imagine this city without roundabouts. Next time, whenever you are just crossing through such junction or roundabout, keep in your mind these thoughts. The Rail India Technical and Economic Service Rights Agency in its survey identified the biggest junction across where it suggested the construction of underpass while calculating the peak approach. Before going further, let us know about rights in brief. Even I was not aware about its exact rule. Rights is an Indian public sector undertaking and engineering consultancy corporation specializing in the field of transportation infrastructure. Established in 1974 by the Indian Railways, the company started with providing consultancy services in rail transport management to operators in India and abroad. It has since diversified into planning and consulting services for other infrastructure, including airport, ports, highways, and urban planning. Transport Chowk, which is intersecting point or junction of Purva Marg and Madhya Marg, is the busiest in the city. It has the highest peak traffic volume. The peak approach PCU, passenger car unit, at this junction is around 10,572. A large number of traffic coming to this junction comprises of trucks carrying goods to the transport area for loading and offloading for the port within and outside the city. The second biggest junction in the city or roundabout, right point, is the industrial area Chowk. It has a peak approach PCU of 9,857 and is one of the main routes for the goods carriers to reach the transport Chowk. The projected traffic volume at the transport Chowk is expected to touch 14,148 by 2027. The RITES has recommended graded traffic solution for transport Chowk. Under it had suggested construction of a vehicular underpass and geometric improvement of the Chowk. Hope you enjoyed this remarkable story of two 10th class students from Strawberry Field High School who convinced the administration not to make roundabout in the city beautiful extinct. No doubt role of UT administration is equally appreciable as they saw the reason and justification from class 10th student. That is all for this blog edition covering some information around roundabouts in Chandigarh. Thanks for watching this edition of the Urban Tales Roundabouts in Chandigarh. Hope you enjoyed this vlog. Please do like, subscribe, share and comment. Thanks a lot. Myself Jagdish Singh Sajwan, your host. I will be back soon covering some interesting story around some interesting landmark, landscape and some legends. Thanks again. All the best. Jai Hind.